Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the AVS show coming straight to you from
New York City.
Thank you guys once again for tuning into our wonderful show. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and after the show go on Instagram and follow us at the AVS show. Don't forget to like and share this episode with your whole entire family and friends. Okay, throughout the entire conversation you can comment below, okay? Hi everyone.
Hey. Hello,
This is really serious, right? So let's just talk about it. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Sudan. Yes, it's high time we talk about it because the whole world needs to know what's going on. So recently
Are we allowed?
Yes,
Okay.
we are.
We in New York, right?
Yeah,
so
we're
we
in
are
New York.
safe.
They haven't blocked our internet yet.
Okay, we are safe. Okay, go ahead.
So recently there was a very huge massacre that happened in Sudan on the 3rd of June and a lot of lives were lost. And it's the pro-democracy movement. The people of Sudan actually want democracy, but they're not getting it. Recently we talked about the former president al-Bashir and how he stepped down due to the military coup d'etat.
He was overthrown?
Yeah, we was overthrown and we were excited that after 30 years, this man is finally down. So the people of Sudan were expecting at least a democratic system of government, but unfortunately they're not having it because the military people who took over power has refused to allow democracy to reign. So the people started the protest and the military didn't care about them. They opened fire on them and on June 3rd, there was a huge massacre.
Rapes.
Lives were lost, women were raped, bodies were thrown into the river Nile because Sudan is on the northeast side of Africa, so it's close to the river Nile. So bodies were thrown into there, and the world didn't really talk about it until one of the protesters, popularly known as Mohammed Matar, who was a young 26-year-old engineer, was killed. And so when he was killed, the family made us realize that his favorite color was blue. So because of that, influential people on social media started posting the color blue to create awareness. So it was his family that so that's how we all got to know about it. So what do you guys think about the situation?
So basically the president was overthrown in April.
Yes.
For being in power for over 30 years. And I think thanks to Sudan's efforts and the ABS show, because I feel like we had something to do about it. Because last year we had a whole countdown of how many presidents that needs to go. That needs to go, and he was part of it. So, thanks to Sudan's efforts, so, this is happening. I mean, all they are asking for is understanding. I mean, that's what I think about. All the citizens of Sudan are asking for understanding. They want a dialogue about democracy. Why is that a big deal? I don't understand why it's a big deal.
You know why?
Why?
Because Saudi Arabia is invested in this. So Saudi Arabia has given the military regime $3 billion in aid. So that they can stay in reign, because Saudi Arabia wants to keep the reins on the Sudan. They don't want it to be a democracy. They're very oppressive. They want to control these countries in their own way. So Saudi Arabia has done this systematically with other smaller, other countries, making sure that they're giving aid and keeping the militant. And so the military government is letting people know that they will step down in 3 years, in a couple of years, when literally you were not voted in. You shouldn't be staying in. You were supposed to come and help the people. Now you're abusing the people. So it's because, Saudi Arabia is a part of it. I want to tell you, they're intermixed in it, and they're churning it because they rather oppressive rule where they control people than something that people get to choose.
But Saudi Arabia is not on the... I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because Saudi Arabia is not on the field killing these people. These people are being...
They're funding the killers.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a case of beheading the Hydra. When you take one head off, like 4 more sprout out. Al-Bashir being on the seats kind of like capped what was going on. This is corruption at its best. It's been ongoing. Him leaving the seat kind of left power to the air. Like nobody knows. It's a leaking gas pipe. Nobody knows how to catch it. We can't catch it. And now there's someone smoking in the corner. That's what this is. It's a chaos now.
It is.
The military wants power. You have the MTP on one side saying that, you know what? The MTC saying that the military transition council saying that they want to negotiate 3 years, but then the military is up there not trying to let go. The person who they wanted to take temporary power, take control of this, take the seats initially, is also a war criminal. The guy also committed atrocities alongside Bashir. So you've taken one corrupt person out. You want to replace the seat with another corrupt person. And that one, the people are saying, no, we don't want this person. We want our own people. We want to be able to determine who goes on there. But they're not going to let it go because of what? Number one, the perks that you said are getting from Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
They're not going to let go because they know once they do, all of them are going to be held accountable for what they've done.
Okay. So do you think it's a good idea for the U.S. government to come on board with this? Because apparently they're saying
U.S.
that
government is in bed with Saudi Arabia.
I was just about to say, like,
yeah, because they're saying right now that the president's administration in the U.S. is not doing anything about it.
Of course not. They're in
what
bed
do
with
they stand
them.
to gain from
They're in
Sudan?
bed.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, well, if you
it.
can't
That's
gain
it.
anything, they're not going to
That's
help
it.
you.
Yeah.
Like they're in Niger now because there's
So they're
oil.
just going to be killing themselves over
History
there.
has shown that every time you see the United States government intervene in any third world country, it's because they have something grand to gain from there.
Wow.
They have natural resources. Gaddafi.
Boom.
Where is the
We
place?
have the Middle East. Why do you think they're fighting in the Middle? Why do you think there's constant chaos in the Middle East?
Yeah.
Because they have the oil, we have opium. Mind you, our government also deals in opium, cocaine. Just so you know.
There's a lot of things that goes into just US picking up and going into another country and helping out. You can't just do that because then people will come out and say, why are you helping a country where they don't support women, they don't support gay people, they don't support certain movements. Like America is
What's the
known.
United Nations issue right now?
Yeah,
Because
but
it's
they won't do.
it's a
It will be a
genocide.
problem.
Yes.
It will be
That's
a problem
another
for.
United
Then
Nations,
people will
yeah.
start protesting. Oh, that's why they don't like Trump being in bed with Russia because they're like, why are you supporting Russia when Russia is doing this? They do bad things and do that as well. So we can't just pick up ourselves.
But
and
also
go.
for places like Sudan that needs help, why can't we just go beyond all of this, or they don't support women or whatever, and reach out to humanity and help? Why?
Yeah,
It should
let's
be
start from
told
home
you,
then.
there's nothing for them to gain.
There's nothing.
UN was very, they were dragging shoulders on this issue. It's because of this blue viral trend that they are now trying to act. I mean, if you check all the news and check all the happenings and where the UN and US are trying to intervene, it all happened recently, like barely, let me say it was the end of April into June. This is something that happened since June 3rd.
Yeah.
And now nobody did anything about it, but towards the 20-something of June, that's when they are coming to
To give you
intervene.
a clear insight, how fast, to give you a clear insight as to how the whole
response.
system operates, how fast the UN intervened when Rwanda was going through it?
So how fast was it?
Not too fast. You see how many people died? You have to understand that there's a lot of dynamics that go into them responding. Okay, first of all, and it's also a money-making scheme as well, because of course they're going to get money from wherever, and the money they're going to put into the rescue is not going to be as much as what they actually they actually collect. So it's politics everywhere. They're not going to be all this thing is going on. It's a UN situation, but are they intervening? No. We're still waiting. We're calling for United States to come from where they are, come and intervene. When we have the UN there, UN is not going to respond until other nations contribute first. Then that's okay. You know what? Let's send our peace soldiers out there. But then when you're sending them out, it's already done. People are already dead.
I mean, it's systematic. You see that happening all the time, that they literally are waiting for what they can gain.
And
It's
I'm
not
to
about
bring
anything
race
else.
in. So it's because we are black.
Yeah,
Because it's because we are black,
And they stand to gain nothing.
To gain nothing.
And it's too
it's
much
like,
sand.
okay, if I'm here to help you today, when this happens to me next time, are you going to help? When the World Trade Center was collapsed, the Sudan people coming to help. Kenya people coming to help. They use all of this as a tactic to step in. I have to say though, Sudan actually started protesting last year in 2018 because of high fuel price and food prices. But what I don't understand is, why is it that the government always responds with violence? If people are out there peacefully protesting.
Because the government is a military government. Understand that the military never does anything subtly, in peace or in a subtle form. They always they give you fire for fire.
I remember
every military regime does this. They would. You have no right to speak back.
Okay,
So if you don't protest, you don't come like, because anything that you do is considered a threat against the government.
Okay, and you answer the question I wanted to ask. Because I'm like, if you see somebody protesting, what does that mean to you? What is the message? Are you scared? What does
It
that
diminishes your power.
Your power.
To them is a threat.
That's the reason. That's the reason why the democracy is really very effective, because it's free and fair. But when it's a military environment or whatever, you cannot say nothing. That's dictatorship. They will just tell you what to do. You have to abide to it, or else they will just
even within a democratic system of government, you see how
military in Africa, it just seems like it's a joke, because regardless of whatever, you're gonna get taken advantage of. Look at what happened in Gambia. That man was just going to the bank and just putting money in bags and taking that from the bank. Like, like literally the thing about it is that with I don't know if there needs to be a school system or something for our politicians because it's a joke.
Glitz, this same Al Bashir we're talking about, when after he got ousted, they found $212 million cash. Cash sitting in his house. And you're cutting the price of fuel and bread. If you convert that money into your own money, do you know it's Abacha that you just found his loot? One of
We're still discovering money.
Somebody that didn't make 2000, they're still finding his money.
And he always is those military leaders. Don't joke with them. Don't joke with them. They would subdue their citizens to abject poverty, to suffering.
That's the way they control the system.
Exactly.
They put you in poverty and put you in fear. And then when you start to protest, they see you as a threat. So the best thing they do is to open fire on the citizens.
So this is how they are coming in, guys. So they are coming in with white Toyota pickup trucks. Okay, they are wearing masks. Some are in uniforms and some are not. So I might be one of them because I'm not in uniform. They are also taking the license plates out of the car because there are helicopters all around, videotaping everything from other countries, reporting it. So because of that, they are taking their license plates out. Basically, they are terrorizing the citizens.
That's it.
And and I don't understand why in Africa they always do this to women. They kill the men and then they rape the women.
Because it's a breaking point. There's so many children that were made, like in Rwanda, like you said. They literally, that's how they're taught. They're taught to break the people down. So you kill the men, finish, it's just really a breaking point.
But then that's double killing with the women, though, because you kill them physically, they go through stuff physically. And then after that, they have to deal with the trauma of
and they might have children out of this, too.
Last year when this happened, 10 soldiers raped a lady. She's now in a detention camp. Wow. She's pregnant.
Oh my God.
She's pregnant with the soldier man.
Tumbo.
10.
Who's Tumbo?
That's
she doesn't know, and she's traumatized. So they always do that to the women. It sucks. It's really sad.
You know the funny thing, a lot of these rape victims from this war victims, and the children end up being criminals on the street, running amok. Some of them end up being a war criminal as well. Because now, for some
proper upbringing.
No, they don't even. And mind you, the parents actually despise the kids. That's another thing too, because you're a living proof of what it is I've just been through. You're a living proof of the rape, what I had to endure. And I'm looking at you life and direct. You probably even look like your father, one of the people that raped the woman. So now they just despise the child, hate the child, and that one turns to the street and become one of those things that we fear at night.
And it really speaks to the fact that women's rights is still a problem. It's still even in America. We are back in the olden times. It's ridiculous that women don't have rights.
Yep. I was thinking it was only in Africa until the recent bills that have been passed in some states.
Of course, in America.
So when I was looking into this story, sometimes I like to play the devil's advocate here. Why is the government refusing democracy, right? They say sometimes people don't want democracy because only the minorities don't have the say. Because it's all about, let's go out and vote and the popular person wins. That's what democracy is. So the more people that vote for her, Debbie wins. So what about the minority ones? What are the people that didn't really want your policies? They're not being heard.
So in a way, they're not being heard.
So in a way, they don't have, they feel like they don't have it.
It's still better than what they're having right now. They rather have that than
so I'm not making excuses. That's not what I'm just trying to see it from the other side as well. And they're also saying that it's expensive. So every time there's an issue, now we have to vote. Now we have to order this, we have to order the ballots, we have to order this, and then
it's been a while that Bashir wasn't as a president. I think they can spend the money to have a new president. That's ridiculous that would be an excuse because it's been a while since they've been able to have a new to be able to vote.
Any money because he has embezzled all the money. He's taking all the money away. The ones that they found is the one that he left in the house. So he has a tanker or underground bunker somewhere filled with actual cash.
So what is it with African government with stealing money? Is my goodness.
Well, another reason why is because it's like not everyone has the skills. So I'm going to take Trump as an example. Yes, Trump won, right? Trump won the electoral vote because people went out and voted. Is he qualified? Because sometimes you end up, the popular person wins.
Reality TV star.
Yeah, the popular person wins and not the person that is qualified wins. So, I mean, there are both ways to look at it.
But Hillary won the popular vote.
But if you do democracy, everybody can participate. That's the beauty of democracy. Go out and vote.
That's what the people want. They don't want you dumping names on them.
And then when the person you didn't want to you didn't like wins, you can't complain because you didn't go out and vote. So, so that's why it's also important for
And you guys know also in Saudi Arabia, a lot of the people from the Sudan are their slaves, right? So that's another thing, a control thing, because a lot of the young women, a lot of the men are taken from the Sudan to work as indentured servants, sex slaves, whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of like their ground. So we need to own this place that we take control of. So it's a control thing that's happening. And when money is involved, control, power, all those dynamics, people are just so blinded. So this military regiment is now blinded because as soon as that Bashir stepped down, they were on a plane to Saudi Arabia to go and greet Saudi Arabia people and get the coins. So
that's still the problem we have in Africa. I talk about it all the time. These people come with money to aid these countries and then take over your resources and take over your governance, because it's not only your resources. When they give you such huge loans, they tell you what to do. And they even dictate who the next leader is going to be.
That's it.
So can I ask you guys a question? Or you want to state a point before I ask my question?
Shoot your question.
I'm always trying to dig.
Shoot your question.
What did y'all do when you first heard the story?
What did we
when
do?
I first heard the story,
what did you do? You live in America. You were probably in your AC. Your fellow, African sister, brother is in. What did you do?
I just retweeted. I saw it on Twitter.
I shared it.
Is that enough?
What else can we possibly do? We're all the way out here, Sudan.
Because I don't have a friend that I know that lives in Sudan that I want to find out if the person is alive or the person is okay. So what I did was I changed all my profiles to blue. I tweeted on Twitter as well. I was with my small followers, and then I read more about it.
Actually,
I didn't change to blue.
And that's why you're wearing blue today.
I didn't even know the weight of it.
Let me answer the question. What did you do?
I shared it, and I talked about the different inhumane things that are happening.
Yeah.
And I didn't change to blue because I feel like whenever West Africa goes through it, nobody changes colors.
Right.
Not there's a problem. We're all one Africa.
Right.
Yeah. But whenever
hold on. Is this coming from the African
queen?
But
no.
Are you guys catching this?
No,
African queen.
Are you
West
guys
African
catching
queen.
this?
She has changed her name.
West
African
right?
queen.
So it's only West Africa when it's convenience for you.
No. The thing about it is that I'm just kind of over that flag changing color thing. I feel like it's just people being like sheeple.
So
like
you're judging us. The people that
just
judge blue, are you judging?
I feel like you're being sheeple because you're really not going out there to do the work. So
But that's
it's like
that's the narrative we're changing. It's not about the West African thing. This is the first time, because normally when it happens in Africa, nobody changes color. So we are starting it now.
So you are saying we're changing the colors, we're wasting our time?
Sudan. I don't think it's wasting your time.
We're
I feel like you're a sheeple. So anytime something happens, I will do monkey say, monkey do. So anytime something changes, but is anybody sending money?
No, let me change let me change your mind if I can.
Okay.
What that does, that change of color, that change of profile picture does is it creates dialogue. We have a conversation about it. Why did you change, your profile picture to, I love seeing your face, Charlie. Why did you change your profile picture? Well, I changed it because Sudan is going through something. And this is the link. And this is how you can learn about it. Yeah. So hopefully that can change your...
When everybody equally changes pictures, when all countries are going through it, then there's a problem.
That's
so now you want to see somebody before you do it?
Only one.
This is the first time it's actually
I've done it
happening
before,
to an
but then
African country.
I saw a lot of dynamics where a lot of the Western and a lot of European countries,
France.
people would change their stuff. And I'm like, this is getting tired. I want to be honest. I'm like, this is getting tired because what are we really like? I'm not feeling it. So when Sudan, I'm going to stay steadfast on the fact that I'm not going to change my profile picture. I'll share about it. I'll talk about it. I'll donate to it. But I'm not changing my profile picture because it's all phony.
You have to put your feelings to the side. You just said because I'm not feeling it. Well, something you have to put your feelings to the side.
Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that the government actually shut down internet in Sudan?
Exactly.
So nobody can see the blue. So nobody can see the blue. You put blue, you get there. You put your
see it and appreciate it. You are doing it to create awareness. Listen. This is the first time an African country is experiencing this color progression. So it's just starting. That's the narrative we're trying to change, because when it happens to any African country,
160 people
they don't change color.
I didn't see color. I didn't see green, white, green.
She said they can't see the blue.
They can't even see the blue. Like literally, they can't see it.
So you want them to thank you for it.
The thing is, I didn't even know the weight of it until this came up for our
Max,
show.
you always don't know the weight of it. It's everywhere.
But you
see, my cousin in the village knows the weight of it.
Like, my bad. I didn't.
Internet, Google.
I know this.
I changed my
that's the good thing about it.
Internet wasn't shut down.
I know this with Rihanna. She actually changed.
Oh,
I'm like,
Rihanna.
okay.
Oh, because wait. So when I changed blue, you didn't see my own.
Yours came later. Yours came later. Yours came later.
My own came. I even put a link. I wrote "Help Sudan." That link will show you how to make donations and how to do other things.
When I saw you change it, that made me change it too. So yeah.
Monkey
It's not monkey see, monkey do. It's more of let's stick together, brotherhood. My Nigerian brother is doing it. I'm going to do it for my Ghana people. Yes, so that's how we do it.
But I never seen a green, white, green, or red, yellow, green, pushed up, whatever. There's a problem. It's not.
But this is a shame though, because it's a global thing, and even in our Empire State right here, we can't even see anything like that.
Who cares about them?
Nothing,
Men
so,
go sit down.
but it's
But
okay.
it's
There's
crazy
so
that
much
they
social
showed a
media
lot
can
of love to France, to Paris. When
France,
they build
Italy.
it,
They sent
when they
money.
build it that
A
had
little
nobody
church.
inside.
They
Went
have
down.
so many people
One
inside.
person I can hear. Go
The
ahead.
Notre Dame.
I said it's incredible how they showed a lot of love towards Paris when a building that had no occupants inside went down, but then a country is going through it and not that awareness.
Maybe 20
They
couple
can say, oh, because they don't have internet, but now we know. Social media is not sleeping. Now everybody has an idea as to what's going on in Sudan. Why are we not hearing so much about it on the news? Why are we not hearing about it from everybody?
Because they don't have no resources.
Is it because
Exactly.
we are killing our own people? It's like we are doing it to ourselves. So they're looking at us like these dumb motherfuckers.
No, but
I'm
it
sorry to
happened in
curse.
Italy.
I'm sorry to curse, but that's how. If
That's a point
because
right
for
there.
me,
It happened in Italy. Now they kill
hold on
themselves.
though. But for me though,
And they
Timani,
intervened.
when I walk down,
You're looking at me.
when I walk down Fifth Avenue,
Yeah.
and I see two grown men fighting, the first thought is, really? Two grown men with balls and hairs and places that you fight. Why are you fighting? So like that's what I think about too. So maybe these people are looking at us like, really, Africa? Like we're still trying to fight cure for cancer. We're still trying to fight cure for cancer, AIDS, and you guys are over there.
And the Bible said,
fighting.
you know what? Go ahead and fight. Just that'll be your distraction while we try to figure out what we can steal from you
Thank you.
guys.
Timani, I know it happened in Italy, but he has a point. Like with Africa and black people, it's just I don't.
They don't care about us. That's it. That's just that.
Listen,
They don't.
don't listen to
They don't care about
her.
us.
Change your profile pictures to blue.
If you
and
want
if
to
you can
follow
help,
Blue Rain,
you can
right.
also go
They
to
can't see
change
it.
that. Or can I tell them how? If you don't want to help, can I tell them how?
Hey,
you
West
help?
Africa.
I'm helped.
There's a
I
petition
sent
going
money.
on change.org. You can go there
Yes,
and
Sign
it and donate. Okay. We love you for watching today's episode. Let us know in the comment section your thought on this topic. Until next time, this is the ABS show, Mina TV. Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.